Bro, a house, putting a ring on her finger, getting a new job, having another child is not gonna take your problems away. It's not gonna fix them, it's not gonna solve them. All it's gonna do is literally amplify them. The reason for this is, if we look at everything I just said, a house, a job, marriage, children, they are materialistic things or an object or something wish to manifest or have in our life. But the secret to all of this is, it is not, hey Russ, how are you, man? It isn't the actual thing we desire. It is the feeling that this thing gives us, and that is what we're desiring. And so look at the example of a house. If we want a house and own a house, we're gonna take on a mortgage, which is gonna put a lot more stress on us financially as a man. But the thing for a house, majority of the time, it's not the house that we want. It is a feeling of safety and security and freedom. Yet, a house doesn't give you that. You give yourself to that. You give yourself freedom. You give yourself security. You feel safe. And so you look at marriage. If we go into marriage or a relationship with someone, that is for love and for acceptance and for support and growth. That is what you're desiring in marriage. That is there's more emotions to that, but that's actually what you are desiring. It isn't having the ring on your finger. She does not make you perfect, whole, and complete. You make yourself feel that. You make yourself feel supported. You grow with yourself. To love somebody else, you first need to love yourself. Looking at a job, a job gives you purpose and direction and abundance, but that is what you give yourself. If you're living from abundance, you have that. A child gives you a sense of fulfillment. But unless you are fulfilled as a man, having a child is not going to give you any fulfillment. It is going to do the exact opposite. Look at everything like those 4 examples I've just given. If you added that into your life, if you added a house or a marriage or a job or another child, that's going to place so much more pressure on you as a man and so much more stresses. It's going to create less time for you, which is going to then put stress and impact on the relationship. Majority of the time, these 4 things that I've just spoken about, men want this to please their partner. I'll have this, I'll have the house, then I'll be able to do the security thing and the safety thing with my children, and then I'll provide for her. And once I have that bricks and mortar, then she'll accept me. Then it means I'm a man. Then I will get love. But then that is external of you. That's external of you. That means that everything, the house and she and the relationship have your power, bro. They have your power. And if we look at those 4 examples as well, that we've been sold this pipeline dream as men, that these things means that we are a man if we have them. If we own a house, we're a man. If we're married, that we're a man. That if we have a job that we love, that means we're a man. That if we have children, that means we're a man. But it's a pipeline dream. And also, what is the fucking rush? What is the rush to have those things? Especially if you do not have the capacity or the being to be with all of that. A lot of the time, we're people pleasing our partner as men. This is a generalization, but so many men are people pleasing their partner to have these things in their life. But underlying all of this, there's some underlying issues that men are facing with. Some insecurities, these resentments that we have that we sweep under the rug, and so we're frustrated, we are angry. These emotions are getting inflicted onto our partners, onto our children. Things like alcohol, porn, drugs, for single men like Tinder. Like these things are like hollow, and they are just feeding something that it's just like a bottomless pit. And a house or a marriage or a new job or a child is not going to fix or solve that. Only you can do that by looking into those problems, those situations, those scenarios, and healing them, having the tools to work on them yourself. Because those 4 things I've just mentioned, you put them into your life, the consciousness, awareness that you have right now is not going to be able to hold that. Literally, it'll either implode, or you'll need to set the up and become a different version of yourself to be able to hold all of that. Example, I've just had child number 3. Every single time I've had a child, I've had to grow as a man. Definitely grow as a man. I feel financial pressure with another mouth to feed, and especially this third one was like, oh wow, I've got 3, and my partner, I've got 4 people that rely on me right now. And so I've felt that. The difference though is I continually invest in myself and ask for support and guidance again and again and again, and grow and put myself in these situations and scenarios. Before that third child, before beautiful Ocean come onto this planet, I was stretching my being as a man, stretching my energetic body to be able to hold all of this. And so I come back to the time frame, why do you have to put a time frame on it? Because maybe this is a different way to look at it. Maybe then buying the house right now is I need to double down on myself and look at these underlying issues and talking like, what is the deepest desire of wanting this thing? What is the deepest desire here? Because that thing is not going to give it to you. We need to find that within ourselves and as a team unit. It is a tricky slope, and it's this it's one that will spiral out of control, because with these underlying issues of frustration, when we feel pressure, unless we have the tools and the techniques to be with that, we resort to what is comfortable and what we know. And so what got you here will not get you there. So if you have all of these problems and stuff going on, something needs to change, and that change needs to happen within you. The question we need to be asking ourselves is, who do I need to be in this moment? Who do I need to be in this moment? And maybe rather than buying a house right now in 6 months' time, it's like, do you know what? I'm gonna buy a house in 12 months' time. But then in that other 6 months I've just bought myself, I'm gonna double down on my relationship. I'm gonna double down on the person I love. I'm gonna double down on myself. It's really interesting that, especially with men, we can spend money on materialistic things. We can invest so much time and money into things like a house, a structure that is an investment, and if used properly, but so much money also invested into things that diminish us, that actually rob us, like alcohol, gambling. Like, we put money and we waste money on these things that get us into these holes, and we can invest into that quite easily and spend hundreds of thousands of dollars doing so. My hands in the air. I was on a big salary in construction. A lot of that got blown on gambling, prostitution, drugs, alcohol. I'm not talking that this isn't me. It was me, but I'm talking to the version of myself that was like 10 years ago that may be you right now, so that you don't have to make the mistakes that I did of like blowing all this money and getting to a bottom of the pit to have to change. The bottom of the barrel if we have to change. And so yeah, this is just an invitation that just all of those things, those materialistic things, they're not going to change how you feel. They may for a short time, but then they're just going to amplify all of your shit tenfold, bro. Like literally tenfold. And unless you have the foundation systems in place, it may implode, man. As men, invest a lot of our money and our time and our effort into things that don't serve us. So what is stopping you putting your time, money and effort into yourself and investing time, money and effort into yourself, into your relationship?